This popcorn-style review contains scenes from another video. Sailor Moon R starts off with the Makai tree arc, which has like 2 aliens come to the planet to try and get energy for their tree by absorbing energy from other people. And as it turns out, they didn't need to do that because the real solution was love. But then we get into the real meat and potatoes of Sailor Moon R, which is when Chibiusa, small lady Usagi, comes back from the future, shoots her mom in the face, and then tries to steal the silver crystal for way too long of a time. R is definitely a slower and weaker season than the original. There's a lot less character development, there's a lot less tiebacks to the earlier episodes. It's just generally kind of slow overall, and it kind of falls into the same problems that the first season did, except it goes on even longer. Instead of having like emotional punches throughout the whole thing, it just kind of relies on one, and every single episode just kind of involves a monster showing up, and then the girls fight it, and then the villains are trying to corrupt a location so that they can, they're trying to corrupt the location and get Chibiusa, but it usually just ends up with the villains trying to corrupt the location, a Sailor Scout shows up there, and then they fight a monster. And it's basically that for like 42 episodes. I will say, for the Makai Tree arc, though, even though not much happens in it, at least the girls get a power upgrade, and Chibiusa is kind of more annoying in this than she was in Crystal. But it's not she's not unbearable. They definitely lean into the child aspect of the character, which, from what I can tell, she's not 900 in the anime, so she's literally a child. So I guess that's why they leaned into that. There's a lot of weird changes that the original animes made. Like, Mamoru is, like, in college now, which makes his relationship with Usagi way weirder. But yeah, I did appreciate how the sisters got redeemed, and they did some interesting things with Sapphire and Diamond. One thing I will say that I was kind of disappointed on, though. Oh yeah, Mamoru breaks up with Usagi, and then that carries them for like 40 episodes of drama. Maybe 30, like 30 episodes of drama. And then the reason why it happened was really stupid. Like, he had a dream, and then the dream was just sent by his future self to test their relationship because they needed a strong relationship to defeat the Death Phantom. It wasn't great, I will say that. And I was disappointed that by the time we finally got to Neo Crystal Tokyo, which I waited the entire goddamn season for, we barely spent any meaningful time in Neo Crystal Tokyo. Like, what is a future where everyone is immortal and Sailor Moon has for some reason been put in charge of humanity like? I don't know, because we spent like 11 seconds there and everything was encased in ice. So I was a little disappointed in that. And while they were there, they just fought like 3 monsters and that was it. And not a whole lot happens. And then they just go back to the original time. And I'm like, okay. And we barely got to spend any time with Pluto. So that was disappointing also. But I will say the one thing that redeems the whole season, that ending scene where Sailor Moon transforms into Princess Serenity, and then Chibiusa takes the silver crystal from the future, and they do what I can only describe as a mother-daughter Kamehameha against Death Phantom, was fucking hype. Twitch and Discord in the description. I've been Sacrobolic, your envoy of hope. Bye-bye.